Well, it's week 45 of our 2023 Chronological Bible readings. Can you believe that? We're less than 2 months away from concluding this year, and I hope it's been great for you. We are now coming to the latter part of the gospel accounts, and as you know, that means we're very near to the cross. But don't worry, we're also near to the empty tomb. This week we're going to be looking at all four gospel accounts, but in the order of Matthew, Luke, then Mark, then John. So let's dive in. Matthew chapters 23 through 26. It's the last week of Jesus' life there before his crucifixion. And he's going to give some serious words to his followers, especially there in Matthew 24. And I know there's a lot of debate over end times views. I'm not going into that. So Matthew 24 is going to cover that material. For the second time, we're going to read about Jesus being anointed with perfume by a woman. Now, I say the second time because in Luke's gospel account back in chapter 7, much earlier in the narrative, Jesus was anointed there, but that was in Galilee. This one is very near Jerusalem, so two separate anointings. The Last Supper is going to be read about in these chapters, and of course that betrayal of Judas Iscariot. But don't let that overshadow the good things that that are written there from Jesus with regard to his followers. Just a really powerful section. In Luke chapters 20 through 22, Jesus is going to have a confrontation with the Sadducees, that group who deny the resurrection, and he's going to, well, he embarrasses them, and he should, because they are the supposed experts. They deny the resurrection. They try to catch him in something about the resurrection. And from Exodus, he says, yeah, the resurrection was preached in the Old Testament too. The last Passover of his life, again, before the cross, is told. And then we read about those painful denials of the Apostle Peter. And we'll read about those in the other accounts too. In Mark chapter 13 and 14, similar to Matthew 24, Jesus gives very sobering words, and I'll let you figure out which end time view you have. The second anointing of Jesus by the woman with perfume is written about there, and again, the denials of Peter are discussed. Finally, John chapters 13 through 17. Understand that this is a section and it occurs within just a few hours, and it's on the night before Jesus goes to the cross. So that John gives a large chunk of his writing to just a few hours. And in this, you're going to read about Jesus washing the feet of the 12 apostles. And guess who was there? Judas Iscariot. And although he was an unbeliever, Jesus still washed his feet. He is going to betray Jesus, and that's going to be told. Jesus knows who it is. The other 11 didn't know. And then we're going to come to John 17. And this is the true Lord's Prayer. Why do I say that? Well, oftentimes we say, let's recite the Lord's Prayer, Our Father who art in heaven. That's actually the model prayer. The Lord's Prayer, or the high priestly prayer, is that of Jesus in John 17, and you don't want to read through that quickly. There's one part of it where he says that he's not praying only for those 11 men in the room with him, but for all of those who will believe because of the word they preach. Folks, that goes to every believer. So Jesus was praying for his people in the shadow of his own cross. And then finally, we're going to read about how he was handed over to his captors. But don't worry, this is God's plan, the predetermined plan. God is sovereign. He knows exactly what he's doing. And like I said, we're very close to the cross, but that also means we're very close to the vacated tomb. Good stuff. But this is this week's reading. I hope that it's great for you. God bless you.